Hello guys, so welcome to my how-to video. Today's topic is how to delight in you. What does that mean? It means going inward. And what does that mean? And why do you need to actually go inside? And how can that help you? So to go inside is the revelation of life. It means to solve your own problems. It means never rely on other people. It means also make others work for you. It means also love yourself the most. It means solve your own problems, be an entrepreneur, make sure that you're more successful. It means all of that. You understand? And what is that? That's all life. That's got to do with life. That's why I'm a life coach. That's why I teach what I teach. So no matter what, you have to realize that when you're compassionate, when you're doing something amazing, when you're doing something to help yourself, you look inside and you'll be free about what you are doing. So you need to start realizing today's chance to really grow yourself, to really expand yourself, and to really give the ideas of the day that you had. And also, no matter what, that you do that in the form of audio, writing and video, so that you can really help yourself succeed in the long run, because life is long perspective. Remember, now you never think in life, you make sure that you see life for what it is, and then you just make sure you make common sense of everything. And the only person that can actually do that for yourself, and the only person that can do that for you is you. So I'm not a mumbler in my life. I'm not a person who mumbles. Why do I say that? Because guys, sometimes I do mumble, you understand? And I make sure I'm never mumbling. So I realized to just never go back on my words, so that you can never go back on your words either. And that way we can both run wild on success. So guys, be in success today. Make sure that you're living in success. Make sure no matter what, you're always a person who's free and delightful in who you are. A delightful person is a person who's happier than before. So be happier. Be a person who is really succeeding, doing something in according to your life and what's going to grow you. Now today I have an amazing day. Why? Because I've planned ahead, and no matter what, I'm still planning as I go along. And that's the whole point of life. You need to be a person who can actually grow yourself on the go, while you're traveling, while you're doing stuff, while you're actually writing, and while you're doing anything in terms of your life. Now life is the long perspective. Remember, when you're doing a video, when you're doing audio, when you're doing writing, you're doing it for the long run. You're never trying to puff yourself out. You're never trying to do anything. You're never puffing yourself out. What you are doing is you're relaxing, you're calm about it, and you're just really composed, and you're just giving your story, and you're giving everything that you can in this moment to succeed. And so you make sure that everybody can see, and so that everybody can succeed around you as well as you. The more you realize that you help other people in terms of success, to lift them up, the more you actually lift other people up. So in my daily life today, I made sure no matter what, I changed my learning style. I also changed the person I am. I made sure no matter what, I'm better than yesterday. How am I better than yesterday? I realized I made 18.5 months in terms of uploading inside Instagram stories. So I said no more will I upload my photos into Instagram stories. And also I said no more will I also promote my university inside Instagram stories. Why? Because I make 18.5 months of my life extra for the rest of my life to do what's more important for me. That's why. Why? Because of time. Because for me to start promoting all my stuff in terms of my university, when it's just my link, you just have to press my link and you can find all my photos, you can see my photos anyway. I post them inside Instagram anyway. And it's just that I never have to post it twice. You understand? I never have to promote my online university anywhere else but the link that you see inside Instagram. And I'm better than but. So all you have to see is that I already promote my actual university inside the bio link, and all you have to do is click it. But guess what? Most people never believe me. Why? Because they're scared to learn. They're scared, they're ignorant, and you have to realize that you need to be away from those people who are ignorant in life, because that's how you delight in you. You delight in you by realizing that no matter what happens in the world, you're a person who's just going to grow, and you're going to live by growth, and you're just always changing your expression of mind, realizing there's always a better way to say something, but realizing that you must grow on video as you say it, and you must speak it out, you must give it, you must give the knowledge first, you must give the service first, and then the money will arrive. You understand? The money is in the speaking, it's in the giving. You understand? The money is in you growing. You understand? So as long as you're growing, you have more money. You understand? It's really, let's see us growing rich. You understand? There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. And you never think and grow rich. You understand? Why? Because to think something is stupid. You You understand? You never think about anything. All you do is you dump everything that you have into audio, writing and video. That's how you can become rich. That's how you become richer in life. You actually dump everything that you have into the world and you produce it. You need to be a creator. You understand? Now, I see the word think and grow rich, and I say, yes, that word, I see what that person's saying, that you just must be richer. Now, all I'm saying is that that book is going to teach you just put everything into video, audio, and writing. And then that's all. That's all it says, really. And you need to realize that you need to be a person who's really helping yourself succeed, helping yourself to really boost your credibility. How? But really helping yourself lift your standards. Lift your standards in the person you are. When you're looking at people, make sure you're never looking at them too much. Focus on yourself instead. Realize nobody out there can satisfy you. Nobody out there can help you succeed. I can never help you succeed. I can only give you actual information for you to do so. So what am I? I'm a knowledge broker, as they call it, as Tony Robbins calls it, a knowledge broker. Now, I'm first in my life. I'm a person who's always speaking about me. In my journal, I say I. Why? So I can increase the I in my vocabulary. Why? The more you do, the more you can delight in you. Understand? The more your sense of integrity in terms of your I and who you are, the more you're going to love yourself, the more you're going to do everything to prosper and succeed and become more abundant. So realize no matter what, this is my work. I can do it for 8 hours long, I can do it for 12 hours long. Guys, I just make sure to do as much as I can. So realize no matter what, I'm every single day working on myself. Understand why? So that I can delight in myself. I'm working on myself. I'm doing something around music, doing something around life coaching. Guys, I promise myself, these babies and my laptop is after 6 p.m. I'll be doing music production. So no matter what, after a long day, I woke up today around 9 a.m., 8 a.m. And guess what? I've been just life coaching myself the whole day. Why? Because I need to do music production and I need to do life coaching also in order for me to be bigger. Understand? Why? It's just the way I am. Some people can only handle life coaching. I can handle life coaching and music production, and I can do traveling as well as everything else. Now, for example, I meet a lot of people, and I met a lot of people who are also struggling in life, and I see why they're struggling. It's because they're believing the people around them more than they are themselves. Now, when you believe in other people more than yourself, you can be convinced of anything. Now, never be convinced of anything. Realize that you must trust yourself more than other people in order for you to be more successful. Other people are never going to make you successful. You have to realize that now. I can never make you successful. I can give you the information to be successful, but you need to go and apply it now. That's the way it is. And I see the university that I created, and I see that no matter what, this little plant that I seeded a long time ago, I started, and that was the key. I started, and I kept restarting it every single day. Here I am starting again. It's a new beginning. Each new video is a new beginning for me. Why? Because each new video I say something in a newer fashion. I'm much better than before because I have done something in this video and I'm making it more interesting as I go along. My videos are very interesting. Why? Because I have something to say. I have something to say, and I say it in an interesting way because I'm an interesting person who finds the world interesting. So I'll make it all interesting for you in terms of video, so you can keep learning, so you can keep growing, so I can keep adding value, and so that we can be 10x and even more. What is 10x? 10x by Grant Cardone is a massive 10x event where you can go and be around leaders, and that's all I'll do. I make sure that you are a better leader in a 10x fashion, but let's make it 1000x, let's make it 1 millionx, let's make it 1,000 times even more, millions and millions and millions of times more better than ourselves. Do you understand? So 10x is just a theory where you can just become better than yourself. That's all I teach. I just teach you, let's become better than ourselves. Let's really have a vision together to just succeed. Now, as long as you're a person who can grow every single day, I promise you, you have no need to worry about money. You're saying you have no need to worry about money? I have money for the next 17 days. I have money forever. Understand why? Because I grow. I grow as a person, and I realize that money only comes to those who grow as people. Those people who stay broke are never growing. Understand? Now, it's very easy to make money. I promise you, it's very easy to make money. All you have to see is who you are today, and you have to help yourself to grow. And you have to help yourself start that jet engine. You need to start the propeller so you can start flying. Understand? That's what I teach you in these videos each and every time. I do 3 hours a day and more. Understand? I do as much as I can every single day, and I never love to be blamed. And guess what? Those who blame me, you understand, they are people who are losers. You understand, there are people who are complainers, and there are people who make excuses. Now, you never complain in life about anything. What you really do is you go and take charge of your life, take ownership of your life, take accountability of life, take accountability of your life, take responsibility for your life. Ownership is accountability. Accountability is responsibility. Living life on your own terms is accountability. You understand? So responsibility is living life on your own time. Responsibility is living life on your own terms. So realize that when you're giving videos, eventually you need to start slow. And then you need to make your way forward. You understand? And you need to, through every single word in a different way every single time. And it's like tennis. So the person hits a tennis ball in a different direction every single time, and you need to be able to slice it this way in a different manner every single time. So you can never be a person always hitting the same ball at the same time in the same fashion you've always done. Understand? You need to always change your game. And the game changer is every single day you need a new schedule. You need to be able to realize that you need to grow every single day. Now, what is my plan B? My plan B is writing. Why? Because writing is my plan A. Understand? Now, when I switch into plan B mode, it means let's go to writing. And that's my plan A. And I also have a plan A, which is my whole schedule. My whole schedule is my plan A. Now, when my schedule, which is my plan A, stuffs up for some reason, something happens, and I was never able to create a 3-hour video, I had to do a 20-minute video, or I was never able to brand myself because there was too much pressure in terms of I felt that I was going to die doing it, then I change over and I start doing writing only the whole day. And I just start to write. I just start to do something based on writing, and I just focus around myself inside my journal, because that's my plan B, which is my plan A also. Why? Because my plan B makes my plan A work. Understand? That's the whole point of a plan B. When you have a plan C, make sure that plan C is making your plan A work. Understand? So you can have a plan A, plan B, plan C. Just make sure that your plan B and plan C are related to your plan A. Understand? Because when I have a plan A, which is my whole schedule, and something stuffs up, I turn into my journaling, which is my plan B. Do you understand why? Because that's the only way I can figure out how to better my life from that point. It's the only way that I can actually do anything. So my plan C also is, I just made a new plan C. I made a new plan B today, and it's just prep talk in front of myself all day long. So I may be off the camera, I may be off the actual journaling, and I just may be walking around pacing. For example, you may see Tony Robbins, for example, he's explained, and I actually heard him say that before he even gets to an event, and before he even goes in front of other people, he just talks with himself for 20 minutes, just by himself to himself. And that's what I do. That's my actual plan B now also. Understand? So in order for me to start my plan A, I need to actually get out of the hostel right away as fast as I can, because currently I travel around Australia in hostels, and I've been doing so for 9 months, and I really got to experience different people and women and men inside my room, and 23 bedroom dorms and 25 bedrooms in one room. It's been an amazing experience, and I'm still having fun, and I'm still growing. Why? Because guys, that's the foundation of life. Do you understand? The foundation of life is let's grow and travel, and let's make some money. So when people are saying let's make some money, it means let's grow. Understand? Let's grow as individuals. Now, when one person in a relationship is growing and another person is dying, guys, that's a divorce. It's a divorce. This person just sliced the heart of the other one. Why? Because there is no love there. A person who is loving other people and loving the world is a person who's growing, and that's me. And I'm always growing, I'm always loving you in the way of giving value. Understand? I'm giving value, I'm always doing something for free. For free, why? Because it grows me the most when I do it for free. I'd rather start right now and do it for free without money. Do you understand? Because guys, that's how I grow. That's how you're supposed to grow. You grow without money. Nobody's going to pay you money to grow you. Understand? Realize, just grow yourself and you'll make the money. Now, you never get paid in the first place. Never work for money. Never work for other people to make you money. You understand? Make sure that you are a person who's actually working for yourself, and do it for free. That's what a passion is. A passion is something that you can do. You invest money in it. You invest your time in it, with or without money. You may start an application. You're just working on this application. It's just your nice, beautiful baby. Little application, and then guess what? You just work on it. It becomes this massive deal, eventually somebody sees this massive deal and they say, hey, come speak about it. And they give you an opportunity. Understand? Because they see it's so big. That's my little university I started. It's so big, it was so small before. Now, because I've done all this producing in terms of my words, I put it into audio, I put my foundation in who I am today and everybody I was in the past. Every single video is a different me. Every single video, except for this video now, who I am currently, right now, is who I am. Everything else is who I was. This person who I am today is never who I was before. All the videos you watched in the past of me is never who I am now. All my videos in the next 10 years and 20 years and 30 years and 40 years is going to be a different me to the person I am now. Why? Because the one that I'll be in the next 10 years and 40 years, there's no future for me. What there is this moment. There's always the next 10 years, 50 years, whatever. In the next 10 years, that person is going to be much more dedicated, much more worthy of your listening skills than this person. Believe me, because no matter what, I'm a person who's far grown myself in the past. Why? Because I've actually worked for it. I've actually applied the information, and guys, nobody believes me except for me. Now, I never need them to believe me. I never encourage them to believe me. Why? I never care about them. Why? Because I can see it. I just care about me, and when they never believe me, they have lost. You understand? They have lost because I see my university. It may be this much. This much is a big much. You understand? Now, guess what? A small step is a big step. You understand? A small step is a massive action forward. Now realize this, 1,000 small steps is a one massive build up of steps. Do you understand? So you need to start taking steps forward. You need to realize you need to move the conversation forward. And you need to realize that you need something such as a backup plan where you can actually help your life move forward. So for example, say my whole day goes to crap and it's happened where I was supposed to do a 3-hour video and I did 9 hours for that day, and then the second day I did just 25 minutes. I was supposed to do 6 hours, but then for example I realized, hey, I may have done no hourly videos just yesterday, and the day before I just did 25 minutes, but before that I'm burning butt, and just before that I realized instead of doing 1 hour videos I went to 3 hour videos, and then I did 3 hour videos for 6 days in a row. So 6 days in a row, instead of doing 1 hour videos for 6 days in a row, I did 3 hour videos for 6 days in a row, which is 3 times 6, which is 18 hours. So I still, even though I missed out on a couple of days where I really was crap in terms of producing my content, I realized I'm still doing better than before, because before I was doing only max 1 hour. And here I am doing max 3 hours, even though I missed 2 days of completely savaging myself in terms of negativity. Because guys, no matter what, when you can never lift yourself up in terms of your expectations, you need to find a way to do so. So guess what? I'm still better than before, because I said before I'd be doing 1 hour max, and here I am for the next 10 days saying, oh, I've been doing 3 hours or more a day, and guys, no matter what, I still did 10 hours more than my past self. So no matter what, you have to realize I've been pushing myself, and yes, I failed, but guess what? I've still been doing better than before. Understand? And that's the whole point. And you realize that yes, you're trying to reach, and you never try, but you just go for it. I'm better than butt. And you have to realize you just have to go for it. Once you go for it, you can achieve it. Listen, you go for it. You never try to go for it. What you do is you plan it out first. You plan how can you do this every single day. Plan your schedule out, and you say how can you really achieve the 3 hour mark every single day of videos. Where do you have to go in Perth to do these hourly videos, and go and do it wherever you can. Do it every single day. Make sure no matter what, you're just showing up every single day in front of the camera and speaking as much as you can. Now my apologies for the wind, where there may be some wind here in this video. Why? Because I have to take some ownership, and I have to say, hey, yes, my videos are never perfect, you understand? And why? Because guys, no matter what, there's a coronavirus going on, and I'm never blaming the outside world for anything. It's just my lack of contentment and responsibility to get a microphone today, understand? Because I never allow myself to go online shopping. So I try to look, and I never try to look. I go and look around, and I still have to find a place where I can find myself a microphone, and that's the real deal now. I went to JB Hi-Fi. And I said, let's do do you have the microphone? They say no. They say they have a headset. The headset's not good for me. You see? So I never need a headset to talk with you. Now, you have to realize that those headsets never even work with a video in the first place. So you have to realize I'm never sure about anything. I'm always growing. I'm always leaving room for improvement. Just realize that sometimes when somebody is never perfect, even though they're growing, they are. You understand? I'm perfect because I'm growing. I'm not perfect. I'm only perfect because I grow. And that way, you can also be perfect while you grow. You have to learn how to grow. That's the foundation of living. That's why I've been living independently. I've been living independently. I'm never a mumbler. I've been living independently for 1 year now, on my own. No biological father in sight. No mother in sight. Now I'm my mother. I'm my father. I have no need for anybody else, and I just have me. I just need me. Now for myself, I realized I never need my biological parents, and I never needed them in the 1 year that I've been away from them. And no matter what, yes, I asked them for help, only because I could, only because they was there, and only because I also felt I needed the help. So no matter what, yes, right now, I never even need the help anymore. Why? Because I've experienced some things around Australia, and I've been going around Australia. Guys, no matter what, how I've been doing it, I've been just making sure that I'm better than yesterday, learning on the go, doing my university. Because when you're writing and producing content that's really going to help people, you realize you help yourself along the way more. You understand? The more you give into the world for free, the more you're giving yourself, really. So when you realize that you have a massive collection of wisdom, actual wisdom to help people, you realize you stumbled upon something that's really going to help the world. And even though they never believe this kind of wisdom that you have wisdom. Wisdom is the best knowledge on the planet. When you have wisdom right now in your life. Just let's put it this way: nobody believes that you're alive, but you're alive. That's how I feel. So for example, you're living, and other people never even see you. That's how I feel. Why? Because I have this university where nobody believes me in what I say. That they never believe that I'm alive. You understand? It's the same thing with you. For example, you may have people in your life, and for example, you have this wisdom, and you may never see that, but guess what? I hope you see. I can see it. That most people are living life, and guess what? Nobody believes in them. You understand? Nobody believes in me except for me. So no matter what, you have to see that I have this wisdom. So wisdom is that best knowledge. You have it right now, and you have something to say. But guess what? Most of the people will never believe you and what you've got to say. Why? Because they believe you need a big status and money in order for them to believe you. Understand? And now that's where I am. Here I am with this nice, beautiful self-education. It's free. It's free. I'm better than yesterday. Who better to teach you about being better than yesterday than me? Honestly, let's honestly right now say who's the best life coach in the planet. Me. Why? Because I do it for free. I'm better than Tony Robbins. I can teach you everything that Tony Robbins can in my videos. Everything that Tony Robbins can teach you, I can teach you the same, because I am also better than yesterday. No matter what, I have better skills than Tony Robbins. I've actually lived much better in terms of my life than Tony Robbins, even though he's richer than me in terms of financial abilities. Now, is he really richer than me? No. Tony Robbins is never richer than me in anything in life. You understand why? Why would he even be richer than me? That would be putting a limit on myself. Nobody's richer than me. Nobody's richer than you. You understand? Nobody's richer than anybody. Everybody's doing something differently. You understand? And I'm a person who's better than yesterday. I'm richer than myself, and that's the most important aspect of life. Tony Robbins is never richer than me. Tony Robbins is richer than himself. That's excellent. Tony Robbins can teach you how to be richer than yourself. I can teach you how to be richer than yourself. I've done it. So only listen to people who have actually done it. I'm richer than yesterday. I look it. I feel it. You can see it. Go see my results. I have the results as well. And guess what? That's what I say. People never believe it. People never believe me that I'm better than yesterday. So guess what? I do it for free. Anyway, with or without them. That's what I'm saying. I have this wisdom collection. They never believe the wisdom that I have. Why? Because they're stupid. Wisdom is the best knowledge. It's the truth. Wisdom is truth. Do you understand? Is it really? I never know. But guess what? Wisdom is something that I feel that has helped me right now to actually become better. So is it the truth? Yeah. For me it is. You understand? For me it's the truth. And listen, the truth can never be explained in the way. It's something that you see. I can see the truth. Now, when I point in the direction of becoming better than yesterday, you'll find the truth. You actually see it. And that's why I teach you that wisdom, where you can see that truth. You understand? That many people in the world are lying around you. They're lying, you must go have sex in a disabled toilet, and you must watch pornography, and you must masturbate, and you must work a 9-to-5 job. They're lying to you that you must be working a 9-to-5 job. They're lying to you that you must gamble, that you must have a car, that you must have a mortgage, that you must have a financial advisor, that you must have a bookkeeper, that you must go to school in a public school setting around your local area. Understand? That you must be with the crowd, that you must go to festivals and give people money at clubbing so you can go clubbing. They're lying to you about all that. They're lying that you must hit your kids, that you must eat meat. They're lying to you completely. They're lying completely that you must do drugs, that you must watch TV, that you must watch a TV show. You understand? Be careful. You have to stay away from all that. You understand? Whatever I just said, go repeat it. Now, no matter what, you have to realize, I've stumbled on a massive deal in life, and it's me. It's me. The massive deal in your life is you. And you need to make it so. And now I've found new ways and techniques where I can actually live my life for me, and that's it. I have nothing else to give, and I just have I only have me to give. Now, no matter what, I only have me to give. I always have everything to give. I always have more to give. And that's the whole point. Never say that you have nothing else to give, as I just did. Why? Because that will limit you. That will limit you. So what we're never trying to do is never try to do anything. Just realize that you must do it, and you just realize that you never ask what's left, because what's left is nothing. Nothing's left. There's always more. There's always more. When you're saying what's left in life, you may find something in life where you say, what's left? What's left after this? There's nothing left after this. There's nothing left after that. There's nothing left. Why? Because there's no leftovers. Never leave leftovers in life. Never think left-handed. Understand? Never think right-handed. Never think at all. Never think left. Never think right. Just never think. Never think in the middle. Just think. Just be. And just never think. Never think at all. So the whole point of living is have no leftovers. You understand? Have no leftovers. Make sure that you're a person who's just winning in life. Winning in some deal in life. Making sure that you can grow. Making sure you can do something to succeed. Make sure that you can give some more value for your dollar and who you are. Now, you are never a dollar. You're more than a dollar. So my apologies. Make sure that you can give more than a dollar. Understand? Wisdom is everything. Go get some ideas. Get some ideas. Realize that ideas are everything. Talk ideas all day long. Be in a video and show yourself in a video and realize that's the only way to be. Be in a video. Do your plan B, plan C, and plan A. My plan A is my schedule. What is my schedule? All the habits I've summed up for today. Every single habit I've done. I stay away from casinos. That's my habit. I stay away from clubbing. That's my habit. I'm in bed at 6 PM. That's my habit. That's my schedule. You understand? Listen to music every single day is my habit. Any time of the day. Drinking water. I set myself to drink 2 liters of water every single day. Understand? That's my habit. I have to eat a certain specific food every single morning because that's my habit. Understand? Now, those are my schedule. That's my schedule. And now, when I add a new schedule to that, I may say instead of a 3-hour video, I'll do a 6-hour video. Oh, 6-hour video. Now I have to arrange my whole schedule around the 6-hour video. So obviously it's much different. And now obviously I'm going to fail. I'm always failing. I'm only learning from my failures. I'm only learning from what I fail in. I'm always learning from my mistakes. So it's much different when you have the 3-hour schedule of doing videos every single day in 3 hours length. It's much different than doing it in 6 hours. And you have to do 6-hour videos every single day. It's 2 different schedules. When you are doing 3-hour schedules and you mastered it, then you can really increase it another 30 minutes and do an extra 30 minutes. And then do an extra 30 minutes and do an extra 30 minutes. Each time you master your schedule, You need to up and level your schedule. You need to do more content, more content, more content. Why do you believe that I went from 1 hour to 3 hours? Understand? I do more than 3 hours. I do more than 3 hours in my day in terms of producing content. I just do 3 hours in my video. Understand? Now, when I master my schedule in 3 hour lengths of every single day, I do 3 hours a day in my video length, then my schedule is all better than yesterday. I can start leveling my schedule. I can start making and building those habits to increase my video capacity or some other aspect of my life, something to increase that's going to help me the most. You understand? So no matter what, a video of yourself is always going to be the most important, because you'll find yourself on your video and you'll shoot a video and you realize it's amazing. You'll shoot a video. Never shoot a video with a gun. You understand? And just be funny. Be funny in your videos. Make sure that you're giving content. Make sure you're doing something productive. What's productive? Giving information is the most productive aspect of your life that you can give. You can always give more information. Give more information. You have the technology that you need. Get the technology. How? Invest money into your business. Where can you invest your money? You can invest it in internet, in a phone, in a technology such as headphones, music production, laptops. You also have selfie stick, you have an iPad, whatever you need. Guys, I have a phone, I have one phone. I also have a selfie stick, a remote controller. It's very beautiful when you have an actual selfie stick, because you can shine it up in terms of life, and you can also take photos. Do you understand? You can take photos with your selfie stick just by pressing the remote controller, and it's very helpful. And no matter what, also just make sure you're just giving them more enough information, because that's the commodity of life. The commodity of life is give more than you receive. You understand? Give more, give more, give more, and you realize that when you give more information, you actually grow from it. You'll be a grower and you'll be a doer. A doer is somebody who's giving more than they're taking. They're learning more, they're more on the offense, they're more people who they have more to say and less of the people who have nothing to say. Those people who have nothing to say are nobodies. They've got nothing to give, and stay away from those people. When you see people saying nothing much, stay away from those people. You find them in life, and you have to realize those people are never for you. You'll find drug addicts in life, you'll see that those people are nothing much. So realize that today is an amazing day, because no matter what, I've realized I can have 3 schedules in my life. I can just write all day long, and I have many schedules that I can fall back on. When my plan A schedule rips apart because of some reason, I make sure to start prepping up. I start prepping up. What's the deal here? What's the deal? What will I do? And then my plan B is still writing, because guess what? I can never just prep up for the whole day. Do you understand? Imagine me just standing all day, just pacing all day and just talking with myself about everything. But guess what? Prepping up, what it does help me with is I make sure I lift my emotions. I say, what's up today? What's up today? So no matter what, I'm always looking for a better way of life. Do you understand? No matter what, Danny, you need to realize today's your day. What are you going to do? Come on, bro. Now, you can go to Perth. You can look at those junkies. What are you going to do with them? Come on, they're junkies. Make common sense of the world. Go around. Go shoot a video or something. Go do a video somewhere. Go over there. There's a nice, beautiful park just over there. You can go over there. You can do something amazing for yourself. Now, I talk with myself in this kind of prepping manner. With myself. It's very private. You understand? And to expose that part is very frightening also. Why? Because suddenly people get to find me out. And guess what? Who cares? You understand? So no matter what, I'm a person who does all the prepping also inside my journal, which is my plan B. So my plan B really is prepping myself all day long and writing. I just prep myself up. I get myself up now from the hostel. Within 5 minutes, I go brush my teeth, and I go pluck my eyebrows. I pluck this middle here, and I pluck around here. I do it myself, because giving the Asians money here in Australia, 15 bucks every time, do you understand? No matter what, I'm not cheap. Guess what? It's never just 15 bucks. It's also waiting 30 minutes to do it. You understand? I have better time length to do that for myself. I can do it myself. Pop, 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 pop. 5 here, 3 here, 5 here. But I have nice scissors. Cut just this part over here just grows a bit more here. I just make sure to clip it. I look much better, and I have the small scissors. I have small scissors to maintain my beard. Actual small scissors that you may get with the actual pluckers. They're really small ones. They're those steel ones. And I just go around here. I just make sure that this is never going over my lip. And then I just leave the beard. I just leave it. I just leave it to grow. Why? Let it grow. That's the way I feel I must. I love to look more mature as a person. I'd rather have a beard than look like a baby face, to be honest. So guys, there are many guys out there, and when I say guys, I refer to you ladies also. Guys and girls. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm never the same. I'm a person who is growing. I'm a person who is doing something, and I am a person who is actually living my life for me, and I'm not living my life for anybody else. So that way I can really sense out what's happening, and I can really see how to really live my life in a better way. So when I'm actually doing something according to living my life and looking better, guys, I have habits. I'm a vegan also. That's part of my schedule. And guys, I've been a vegan for 17 months now. Do you understand? And I eat at $13 a day or less every single day, no matter what it is. On Good Friday, it's $13. And I did eat some extra on Good Friday, which was yesterday, the 10th of April, 2020. So no matter what, realize these videos, you can always find them in my Mega Drive. Why? Because I'm special. I'm special. I'm special, as Asians say. I'm special. You understand? Because no matter what, I'm a person who has Mega Drive, and guess what? They never believe me. What they never believe in for? What are they never believing me for? They never believe in me that a Mega Drive is the way to go. What is a Mega Drive? Mega Drive is an online storage where you found this video, and I just keep it here. And that's the only place you'll find me. Simple enough? Simple enough. It's more than simple. And many people are scattered all over social media. Why? That's why. I'm never scattered. You'll find me in one place. Understand? My social media is my Mega Drive. You'll find me in Instagram. Instagram has my social media. So Instagram is my social media, and Instagram is my Mega Drive. So you click in the bio link, you'll find me. One place. Instagram, guess what? You'll find me anywhere. For example, the Instagram may go away in 10 years time. I'll put this link in somewhere else. Whatever's happening, I may go and switch it to some other social media. I'll just put the one bio link and I'll make the other social media my profile as my landing page. So you found me through my landing page. Whatever that time length is, maybe 30 years time, I still have this beautiful Instagram of 50,000 photos of me, which is my goal. Currently I have, in 85 posts, guess how many photos I have? 850. For every post that I make 10 photos. You understand? And now, no matter what, I just recently had a really big disaster. You understand? What was the big disaster? It was actually a nice, beautiful gesture. And I went to brand myself, and I realized, oh, never gonna do it. Never gonna do it. We're never gonna do it. Why? My body was signaling, my actual body was signaling and saying, never do this because death is near. There's death happening there. What does that mean? It means when you feel that you can never do something, that your body is alerting you that you'll die doing it. Never do it. So literally, your body will say, never go this route ever again for now. Never go that route because it's too much pressure. When it's too much pressure, it means death is near. Death is near. What? It's really death. You die. You actually die. You commit suicide. And then so I realized, for me to go now brand myself around Perth, because I have all these photos already, and I've been really pushing myself to really brand myself everywhere, I realized I was never even able to go slowly into it. Because death is near. Because I feel my body just, it's real fear. I felt the fear. I was saying, Danny, do you feel the fear? I feel the fear, man. I feel the fear. Oh my God. Why, Danny? Why? Why do you feel the fear? I feel the fear because, and I started to really talk with myself to say, I feel the fear because I feel this is happening. I feel this is happening because it's too much pressure. And I had to really dig in deep to see, and I still had the fear. And I said, let me try, no, never let me try. I never try. I just said, let me go do it. No. Never go do it, let's go somewhere else. And that's what I said. That's what I said to myself. So that's the life coaching in me. You understand? That's the life coaching in me. That's why I say, when you feel yourself never going to that spot and you say, no. Why? Because too much pressure. When there's too much pressure there, death is near. You're going to go, you're going to be that way. You're really going to die. Just ain't doing it. You really die, it's never even healthy for you anymore to do it. That's what I mean. Whenever you feel that your body's tugging you away from it, stay away from it. Then listen to your body, and it's real fear that you feel doing that. So I actually feared doing branding shots. Actually, it's never called branding shots, it's called doing branding photo shoots, because I've been doing too much. I've been doing it too much. And you even laugh at that. Oh, you can never brand yourself. I've been branding myself for the past 9 months. And guess what, all of a sudden, it's very frightening for me to do it. Because I've been doing too much of it. Too much of it, to the point of exclusion where I may die doing it. It feels that way, and it's actually that way. Death is near. So as you age, you'll find out what you've been doing in the past, you can never do again. Why? Death is near. Be careful. When you find yourself, I'm never old, and when you find yourself that you can never do something again, never do it. I promise you, just go somewhere else. There's something better for you to do. Because I never did the branding photos, I came and did 41 minutes here in my video, and I did an hour and a half just earlier also. You understand? So there's always something better for you to do. As when you're 100 years old, you'll never be able to walk Perth on your own. When you're 100 years old, hopefully you can. Maybe you can, maybe you cannot. I never know. But guess what? Sometimes it happens. You'll never be able to travel Australia in some terms when you're aging. Never getting older. It's never about getting older. You understand? And I hope that you can do everything. I hope for myself I can do everything. I'm always doing everything. And I realized, guess what? You may age in 50 years time, and you may also maybe never be able to travel Australia once as you did, or give that speech, or have that fitness as you did. You understand? So no matter what, that's the whole point of me life coaching you, to be able to prepare you for the next 50 years and next 70 years in terms of skill wise, to teach your mindset how to grow in daily life, and to teach you to maneuver through life as a sea snake does. Now, does it have to be a sea snake? Doesn't have to be a sea snake. You understand? I'm better than not. You never have to be a sea snake. You can be a fish maneuvering your way through life. You can be you maneuvering your way through life. It's just a nice, beautiful gesture. I'm better than not. Now, you have to realize, I'm a person who is growing. I'm a person who is in integrity. And you realize that people around you will never believe you and what you got to say. You understand? And those people will never believe you. Just say goodbye. Goodbye. They may be your close friends. People who grew up with you from the age of 8 to the age of 16. Guess what? They disappear from your life when you're 20 years old. I had a friend. I grew up with him because we were in the same neighborhood. And guess what? Over time, I said, grow with me. Grow with me. He said, no. Huh? Goodbye. I said goodbye. Why? Why? Why would you say goodbye to someone who never needs to grow with you? That's the reason why. I never need people in my life who never grow with me. I asked him a simple question. Would you grow with me? He said no. I asked her a question as well. There was another woman who was in my life for 10 years and we helped each other grow. I said, would you grow with me? She said no. I said goodbye. Yeah, for 10 years we were together. 10 years as a friends. Was she really my friend? No. She's backstabbing me everywhere now. She's saying, look in here, you never had to do that. Yeah, I do. You understand? Because I need people who are growers in my life. Guess what? Because I never message her anymore, I have more time, freedom for me. Guess what? Recently I also made a decision never to call my biological dad anymore. Never to ask my biological family for money anymore. When they send it, they send it. That's the way it is. Why? Because I'm more responsible now. And I see they need the money more than ever. And I have money anyway. I have money, and guess what? Also because my biological parents try to exert control over me. You understand? I'll call my biological father and he says, listen, you talk that way again, I'll never pick up the phone again. Oh yeah? I called you. I called you. So it's a mind trick. Playing mind games with me. Never play mind games. You understand? Never say to your wife or spouse, if you never do this, I'll never go with you. Or something. You understand? Just make sure you're growing in a relationship. That way you can always be in your heart. Your heart is growing. When you're growing as a person, you always find mentality, you always find something that you can do in terms of life, and you never need other people to solve your problems. You never need a wife, you never need a spouse, you never need kids, believe me. What you need is yourself. I asked myself this question today. Would I invest in a yacht, in an actual yacht, in an actual boat, in actual real estate, 8,000 real estates, and also a jet, actual flying jet for a private jet, just for me, with or without anybody else? Would I do it just for me, so that I can go and just have it for myself, and also to just drive the yacht by myself somewhere, and just go to the island by myself? Actually, just me. And would I invest in a jet by myself, just me, and nobody else coming on with me in the jet, just me? Would I do it? Yes, I would. Why? I deserve it. I deserve more. And now you have to ask yourself the same question. You need to ask yourself the question, would you also deserve the same jets and deserve the same yacht and also build massive bridges and all this for you? Why? It's a selfish matter. I would, for my personal interest. See how that feels. Why not? I would. With or without a wife or kids. With or without people. I'll do it. Why? Why not? More is better than less. It's better to have a boat than no boat. You understand? Better to have a boat than no boat. You understand? So now, in order for you to get a boat, it never means now you have to go get a credit card loan and go get yourself a boat because having a boat is better than having no boat. Sometimes having a boat and a car and real estate is bad for you. Yeah, it's bad for you when you can never manage it, when you're losing money. Oh, it's very bad for you. When you're losing money on what you have, it's the worst. Or when you're gaining money, when you're growing, it's the best. So people who lose money, who lose big money, are either gamblers, either in the stock market, or are never growing. Those are the three types of losers. The three types of losers, I'll show you right now, are people in the stock market, are people who are never growing, and are people who are losing money. You understand? So never be that person who is broke, never be that person who has nothing to say, never be that person never reading. Be a person who actually is reading, actually is doing something according to entrepreneurship and giving value out there. Because I see, for example, Tim Ferriss and Brian Holiday. These people are multimillionaires, and together they own $107 million in net worth. Guess what? 99% of their net worth is inside the stock market. Why? They're such brilliant people in terms of mindset, and they never learned real estate. They never learned real estate. So guess what? They never learned real estate. You understand? That's why they have to get into real estate now and to put their money in real estate. Because putting 99% of your money inside the stock market is never going to help you either. You never rely on the stock market to go up 11%. You never believe in percentage in life. Believe in being better than yesterday. Believe in creating an empire where your money is just flipping around. As Grant Cardone said, go do it yourself. Go learn real estate yourself. Go walk real estate. What does that mean? Go walk it, as I did in my nutrition. For 47 months, I walked nutrition to become a vegan. You understand? Now, I'll be becoming a vegan for 47 months. Do you understand? That's how long it took me to become a vegan. Now, no matter what, I'm still a vegan. It really took me 1 year, in terms of 51 weeks, to actually say I'm vegan today. And guess what? I've been studying to become a vegan and to maintain my veganism for 46 months now. 47 months. I've been studying veganism. I've been studying veganism, you understand? I've been studying nutrition. Yeah. And now, 1 year 7 months, I've maintained my veganism. I've studied nutrition for 47 months. How? I walked in the supermarket. I went and walked. I walked nutrition. I walked it. That's what you need to do with real estate. You need to walk it. You have to go look at every single label. You have to go study it yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. Or, as Grant Cardone says, give me your money and I'll give you a percent in return for your money. And now his percent return is 6% on a yearly basis. For every $100,000 you give him, for every $100,000 you give him, he'll give you 6% over 10 years. So he'll give you $5,000 in cash flow. For example, no matter what, you have to realize $1 million. You give Grant Cardone $1 million, he'll return you 60 grand every single year. 52 weeks. That's so 60 grand divided by 12 is $5,000 cash flow for every single $1 million you give Grant Cardone. You understand? Listen, no matter what, you have to realize, instead of giving Grant Cardone $1 million, go and learn real estate for yourself. Go throw that $1 million into yourself and make yourself prosper more. Go travel the world. You understand? Learn real estate on your own. You understand? Learn real estate on your own. It's much better. Because all the money in the world, guess what? It's better in your hands than it is in other people's hands. Understand? You have $1 million. Why would you go for $5,000 cash flow every single month? Why would you do it? What for? Use the money you have, put it in gold, and then withdraw it and just keep learning and growing and make more than $1 million in your business. And then while you're learning and growing, learn real estate along with that, and then go into real estate and throw your money in real estate right away. And then be the owner of real estate rather than making other people work for your money. In terms of making other people own your money so that you can do something. Now, guess what? No matter what, I'm always a person who realizes that I'll never do that. What I'll really do is make sure that I throw all the money back into myself. From $1 million, I'll make sure I just go in real estate. That's what I'm saying. Or you can go with Grant Cardone. He's a trusted supply. Listen, no matter what, Grant Cardone is a trusted supply in terms of he can give you some money, that guy. And you can sue him also. You can also sue him, understand, on terms and conditions based on what he gives. You can make a contract and you can realize if he never gives you this money, every single whatever, that you can sue him, you understand? And Grant Cardone is somebody in the world. Somebody, let's say, famous, you understand, he's famous. Now realize, no matter what, I'll never go to Grant Cardone giving him money. Why? Because I can do it myself. Grant Cardone said, either you do nothing, do it yourself, or give him the money and he can give you the money. Because guess what? To own real estate, you need to learn real estate, and nobody can do that for you. Now, guess what? Grant Cardone can help teach you real estate, and you can go do it yourself, or you can get the money, give it to Grant Cardone, and you never have to learn real estate, and he can just pour the cash into your pocket. Now, I'd rather be the person learning real estate, because for every $1 million, I can get $4 million in real estate, rather than 5,000 cash flow every single month. That's what Grant Cardone teaches. He says, this is what you can do with your money. $1 million, instead of giving it to me, you can realize this now, that you can get $4 million for every $1 million, and go get yourself a real estate deal for yourself, by yourself, go do it yourself, as he says. Or, you can get the $1 million that you have, you can get the $1 million, and you can give it to Grant Cardone to do it for you, and he'll give you 5,000 in cash flow. But guess what? There's no knowledge there. He'll never give you the knowledge, he'll just give you the money for the money that you made. Understand? So realize that you need to learn real estate yourself. Why? It's important for you over the second period of your life. So when you're 27 now, after 40, it will be very important for you to own real estate for yourself. So you need to start now learning real estate. As I have, no matter what, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still a person who's always making sure I'm never a drug addict, I'm always sober, I'm always living my life, I'm always making sure that I'm free. And guys, that's the whole point. Be a free person. Be a person of freedom, be a person who's actually living life, be a person who's actually going up in life, doing something amazing for yourself. Now, I'm always making my topic interesting, I'm always making myself interesting. I'm always becoming a person where I can really help myself grow, and I actually help myself to expand and give more information now than ever. Why? I can do it. I can do it, you can do it, anybody can do it, as long as you have the knowledge you need to do it. You understand? Now, when you have the knowledge, you have to go and do it first, and I've done it already. That's why I can already speak it now. Why? Because I speak my talk. What I speak out is what I'm doing. You understand? I'm doing it right now And guess what? No matter what, you need to do it also. What you have to be doing, you need to be on the positive side. You need to realize you need to grow, and you need to stick to growth. That's how you delight in yourself. You understand? You delight in yourself by realizing that there is a better world out there when you're growing. Broke people never have money because they never grow and they never learn about money. Robert Kiyosaki. You understand? When you're never learning about money, you can never be financially free. Financially, only. Financially. Financial freedom has only to do with money. It has nothing to do with health. I can walk you through health. I can help you through money also. I can help you through NFL. NFL, the actual rugby game, guess what it stands for? It's my actual business. Nutrition, finance, life coaching. You understand? So no matter what, I'm a person who's actually always investing. I'm always investing in long term. I'm always seeing the long term of everything in life. I'm never thinking about anything. I'm realizing that the thinking that may be in my life, I put it into my journal. I put it into my video. I produce the thinking that I may have. I never have thinking. All I do is I never think, I just do it. I never think about it. When you think about it, you try it. What are you trying? What are you trying for? Never try anything in life. Never try to do anything. Make sure you do watch my other videos. It's all gonna help. It's all gonna help. Watch my course 1 in my how-to videos. I may be fat. I may be a fat person. I may be very slow in my communication. Guess what? It's still gonna help you, that information. It'll still help you. It'll still give you the mindset. Understand? And now, when you read everything in terms of 1 hour a day that I've been doing, I have over 200 videos right now. It'll take you half a year to finish my courses in just videos when you do a 1 hour video every single day. But depending on you, you can do this in 1 month. You can read all my video content in 1 month when you're doing 5 hours with me a day. And it's worth it. It's worth it. Do everything as much as you can. So you can complete my entire quote course and video course in 1 month by doing it 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day for 2 months. Each and every day. You can complete my quote course and my video course. And then you have also my audio course and my journaling also. For you to complete my journaling course, 6 hours every day, you will complete that one in 5 months. Understand? So that's about 7 months there. And then 7 months and 1 week, let's just say. To complete my whole university in quote courses for 6 hours a day, just me. Now, that's how much content I've done, you understand? And you have to realize that's a lot of content. That's a lot of content, but it's going to help you. It's going to give you ideas. It's going to give you university on wheels. You understand? So realize every time I do some content, I do a video, it's a win for me. It's a win for me. 1 in the bag. You understand? I have NFL in the bag right here. What is NFL in the bag? NFL is nutrition, finance, and life coaching in my bag. You understand? Now this video is the life coaching one, which goes in my bag. I put in my bag. You understand? Each video goes in my bag in terms of my university. So my bag is my business, is my asset. You understand? And is my geography. It's everything for me. It's my goodness. I'm a person who's actually always growing. I'm always realizing there is more in my life, and I'm always growing and making sense of my life and how I can really help my life succeed. So guys, when I make a mistake, guys, no matter what, I shun the mistake, I learn from it, and I grow from it. Many people are scared to really live life. Live life as much as you can. Realize there is some birds over here. It's very beautiful to listen to them. Realize no matter what, that you do really help your life succeed, that you do something that's going to help you. Because guys, no matter what happens, there's always something better that you can do when you're actually living life to the fullest and you're actually doing everything you can in your power to actually give that knowledge out into the world so you can really prosper and succeed. Guys, prosper and succeed every single day. Make sure that you're living life. Make sure that you're doing something incredible in terms of what you can do. You understand? Do something that's going to help other people. Make sure that you're giving ideas for the day. Make sure you're doing something that's really going to succeed in the long run. Make sure no matter what, you're always positive about yourself. Be a positive person. Have something amazing to do. You understand? That's the way to live life. Live life on your terms. Live life in your conditions. Do something amazing that you can do. Do something that's really going to be beautiful for you to do. You understand? This is right here the Perth. This is what you can see in terms of Perth here. It's actual bridge. And you can see here as well. There's a nice beautiful setting where I can do my videos over here. So Guys, that's the whole point of living. Living is spontaneous. You have to be spontaneous about life. You have to be spontaneous about actually living and breathing. Breathe, stay, make sure you're never scared about the world around you. Plan on video. Never be scared of your videos. Never be scared to show yourself on video. Understand? Never be scared to do anything in life. Never fear losing your stuff. Why would you fear losing anything? Never fear to lose. Be so secure in yourself that you never have to fear losing anything. Never fear losing money. Never fear losing anything in life. Understand? Because fear begets fear, and fear is poor. Understand? A fear way of life is a poor way to live life. Now listen, no matter what, I did have fear earlier. For what? Now fear can help you. It can help you, but fear, what it really is a poor mentality. Now it also does save your life. Honest. It saves your life also, because guys, we need fear as well. It's that adrenaline also to say, hey, if you do those branding shots, such as me just earlier, you will die from that. That's how honestly, it raised my blood pressure. So fear can actually raise your blood pressure and send adrenal glands, in terms of send adrenaline inside your body to pump adrenaline to say, stay away from that, because that's going to kill you, whatever that is, because you've been giving too much pressure in there. You've been growing too much there. Now listen, no matter what, you need to grow too much. Now obviously what I've been doing in terms of my branding photos has been too much negativity, in terms of negative stress. I was negatively stressing myself out doing those branding photos. And that's why, no matter what, you may be working on 9 to 5, and you may be a person who you can never get out of bed because of the 9 to 5 job, because you just hate the 9 to 5 job and you need to sleep in. That was me. That was the person who was me. I was a person who really in life had a difficult time to even get up from bed, because my life was so disgusting in terms of what I was doing in life. I had no passion. Understand? And to even be able to find my passion in life is an amazing theory of my life. Now I can help anybody find their passion. I can help anybody do what they need to do. And it's just, how can you really help yourself to do that for yourself? So realize, no matter what, I'm always looking for a better way to do my video content. And I realize I do have some shade over here, and it's really getting hot around here in Perth in April. And the most recent 3 days over here has been really hot. So you'll find people in parks over here, you find people doing their life. Now you realize that when you're in Perth, when you're anywhere around the world, you need to take care of yourself. That's why I prepped myself up today. I prepped myself up today and I said, hey Danny, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Now that person, and I just start talking about everything in my own vocalities, in terms of exposing my vocalities to myself so that I can grow, such as this video. The same way I speak with you in camera is the same way I speak with myself in real life. Understand? I speak the same way as I do with you to myself, because I treat you how I treat myself. Do you understand? You treat people based on how you treat yourself. If you treat yourself in a negative manner, you treat everybody else in a negative manner. Just never be a negative person to begin with. Do you understand? Because negative people will never get you anywhere. Negative people are people who just suck the life out of you. And I had one person in Melbourne, and he said, are you able to do this with me? And he was so nice with me that I took away what I was doing, and I started to do what he was doing. And I started to make him a new email, and I started to make him all these passwords, and what was your birthday, bro? And I started to ask him, what was your birthday? What was your last name, bro? You write this for me, bro. And by the time I realized he's sucking my energy, do you understand? I realized that. Now, guess what? When somebody says, are you able to do this for me? Oh, no, you do it. Go do it yourself. Because guess what? I realize I'm not a victim, but some people will take away your time. And I'm better than Bart. And you realize that no matter what, you never do it for anybody else, because by the time I was doing that for that person, I took away 2 hours of my life for that person. 2 hours of my life to help some other person start his own email and his own data plan and all of what he was doing. I was very stupid to do that. Understand? So you have to realize you never do that in the first place. Never do something for someone else. Never solve their own problems for them. Understand? When it has nothing to do with you, you realize, what does setting up their own emails have to do with you? That's what I was doing. I was doing that. Why? Out of a nice gesture. For what? To have some friends? Yeah. I was pleasing him. Why was I pleasing him? I'm not gay. Understand? I'll never even do it for her. You gotta do your own emails. Understand? Oh, he's saying he's mentally ill. He's mentally ill. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah, you go learn it, mate. Go learn it. I never care about him. I'm first in my life. Now I'm better than not. Now I realize no matter what, when people never know what to do, never help them. You understand? Now you have to realize you help them. You help them succeed. But guess what? When they're meaning to make you do that for them, you never help them in that manner. Because you do it yourself. You understand? Because guys, when you're doing it for other people, you're just gonna lose your time. You lose 2 hours as I did. You lose 2 hours helping someone else set up their own phone. What's that got to do with you and your mindset? That's how stupid I was. Now, guess what? That will never happen to me again. I made more time anyway. How did I make more time? I turned vegan. Do you understand? I'm fearless. And I say that because no matter what, when you're vegan in life, when you're vegan, you realize that you're going to make more time in the future. You're going to have more life. And guys, I eat straight away. So I have nothing to cook in life. I have nothing to boil in life. I have nothing to peel in terms of my life. I never peel food. I never cook food. I never boil food. You understand? What I really do is I go and get my food and I eat right away. And it's already made. I never have to eat at a restaurant. I never had to eat anything out there in restaurants. I just go to food supermarkets and I eat at food supermarkets. And no matter what, that's what I do. Now, most people never trust me because of my age. I'm 27, and many people will go, oh, you're 27 years old, you call yourself an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's why I've been traveling 9 months to Australia. That's why I'm a vegan. That's why I'm better than yesterday. What have you got to say? What have you got to say? I'm better than yesterday. Are you better than yesterday? Because a person who's better than yesterday will never speak like that in the first place. You understand? It's only those people who are really jealous of those who are entrepreneurs who say that. You understand? They say, oh, you're a 27-year-old, how can you teach me about life? I can teach you how to become better than yesterday because you look like you're worse than yesterday. I had a person in Cairns, I went up to him and I said, hey sir, let me help you lose some weight. And he looked at me aggressively. And in front of his woman, in front of his little child, his daughter, he said, you just ruined my day, mate. Oh, why, sir? I just hope you lose some weight. Do you understand? No matter what, you can see what kind of people there are in the world. You understand? You can never even approach them. You understand? To help yourself. Because guess what? They'll never even help themselves. So guess what I learned? I learned never to approach anybody else for business anymore. From that. You understand? So guess what? Did that guy help me? No. I just learned. Never approach other people. Because they just get offended. You call them fat. You look fat, sir. You have to improve your life. You just make them aware of it and they'll get angry. Understand? Even when you mean the best for them. When you mean the best for those people, you realize, never even say something in the first place. Let them realize themselves. Otherwise, you realize that you never become a victim. And you realize no matter what, that I was a victim of my life. I was a victim of circumstance. And what does that mean? It means that the outside world was controlling me and my actions and what I was doing. I was the product of my environment. Understand? So when you have, for example, people who are going around nightclubbing, what are they really doing? They're the product of their environment. Understand? They're people who are really just doing what everybody else is. I was the product of my environment in a way where I was following the crowd. Why? Because I never knew. I never know now. But I see better. I'm better than Bart. I see better than before. So what do? I make sure no matter what, I'm a person who is staying away from the crowd, and I have learned more techniques along the way of how to grow and make sure that I never go where the crowd is. Where is the crowd? The crowd is other people. Whatever other people are doing who are less successful, never go with them. That's all it is. I was with less successful people in the past than I am now. I'm just around successful people now. I'm only around rich people. I'm only around rich people who are really helping my life forward and move forward. I'm around myself all the time, and myself is all I need. I just need myself to really live my life and do better. You understand? So never help other people in terms of anything to do with technology for them. I had also another person, for example, in Cairns. She came up to me, and she's a grandma. Oh, son, this one here, Wi-Fi, something in my phone. Never help these people, please, because when it has something to do with technology, please just say, that guy's an expert over there. That guy, just go there over there. You understand? Why? Why say that for? Because guys, no matter what, you never need a person who you just met needing your time for 30 minutes to do her phone and Wi-Fi. Who cares about her? You understand? Your time is more worth than her technology. You understand? And she's worse than yesterday too. So be careful around people who are worse than yesterday. I promise you, those people who look ugly, who have poor image, who are sleeping on the street or whatever, in terms of life, they're alcoholics, drug addicts, stay away from them. They just waste your time. They're blood suckers. You understand? What does that mean? They're people who will suck energy. You understand? I know I'm not a blood sucker. I'm not a negative person. I mean, the blood suckers are people who take energy and take your life. You understand? There are people who will call you and make you family. They'll make you family. They'll love you so much to take your time away. And they'll never help you. They'll just take your time away. Why? They need connection support. They just need to connect with somebody. You never need just connection. What you need is to grow. Now, connection never means growth. Do you understand? No. Connection with yourself means growth the most. Just connect with yourself. Because guys, I never need anybody else. I talk to myself all day long. I talk to myself all day long. And I never need a woman or anybody out there, even you, to talk with you about my life and what's going on with me. I never need anybody. I never need a psychologist, such as my biological father says. My biological father recently says, he said, whatever you're saying to me, go and say it to the psychologist and you'll see what he says. I never care about the psychologist. You understand? I have my own university. Hello. And when I say, this is my university, to my biological dad, guess what he'll say? I never care. That's what he'll say. And that's the way my biological dad is. Do you understand? He never cares about anything I've done in my life. I may have made new tracks, in terms of music tracks, I show him, and you go to rehab with that one. You go to rehab with that one, yeah? And my biological dad used to call me victim in terms of life. He used to say, you are a junkie. He would actually call me that. And no matter what, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. So guess what? I'm a person who sees what I say, and I'm always repeating my words in a better way, and never be a victim. So whatever happens, realize that those people who are really negative on you, stay away from them. I stay away from my biological father. I stay away from my biological mother. Why? They try to exert control over me and also play mind games with me. In a sense, so I stay away from those people because obviously I need just myself, and those are poor people for me. Understand? My biological family is poor people. I stay away from them. So as I was growing up, I thought they were rich. I thought they were rich. I thought my dad, I'm my dad. I thought my biological family is rich. And guess what? My biological family helped me the most. In terms of what they can do, I help myself even more than them. Understand? So I'm always number one in my life. Just realize that there are people in your life who are going to call you family, and they're going to do what you believe maybe in terms of your life may be important. Understand? Now realize, I never know you, but just realize there are people in your life who are going to take your time away. And you need to realize that you need to get smarter right now. You need to start reading books. You need to start reading from me more. You need to start reading all the ideas that I give you. Understand? I give you ideas. You need to take that action. You need to start being a person who is in an independence, in terms of your independence, and you're an independent person where you can really help your life succeed. Because an independent person is the only person that can go into you can go into interdependence from independence, and interdependence has everything to do with a higher level of leadership where you can manage yourself and other people. Now I can manage other people right now, but guess what? They never believe in me. Now guess what? It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. But guess what? I never care about them. I shh about my university right now. Why? Because my success is speaking louder than words right now. My success is speaking louder than words. So all I do is I realize there is a better way of life than the one I had, and that's the most important aspect of my life. The most important aspect of my life is making sure I'm never mumbling, I'm always a person never murmuring. I'm always a person who is never negative. I'm always in the positive side of everything in life, and I'm sticking for the good in life. I'm sticking for what's better than me. So you need to realize that you need to be desperate for success. You need to be desperate for ideas, and you need to be starting right now to contribute more into your life and the world. Because guess what? Russell Brunson's actually said to me in terms of an audio book and audio program that I actually read from him. He said, eventually there comes a time where you're going to get all these ideas, and you will actually have to eventually start to contribute in your life. Why? Because that's how it is. You'll find out that reading is just never going to do it for you. That's what happened with me. Eventually, after 5 years of reading, I came to a stop, as he said, and I have to start producing this content now. It just makes sense. I have to start doing something to teach it now. So what you need to do in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years, the next 50 years, and the next 73 years is read every single day, 1 hour to 3 hours every day. Now, I'm a person who does read every single day, 1 hour or as much as I can, every single day. I'm a person who does read 3.5 hours a day in terms of reading. I read 3.5 hours every single day, something. I'm always reading something, understand? So how do I do that? I do it on 3 times 5, understand? 3.5 times. So for example, I can go on Audible and I can read it. No matter what, I read on YouTube now. I read on times 2. I read something, for example, that may be 2 hours long, I read it in 1 hour long. Understand? Why? Because it goes faster for me. That's what I mean, read faster. Understand? Now this audio program, this video program, you have to read it on times 1. Understand? So dedicate yourself to it. It's still worth it. I still speak at a fast range. Understand? And I'm speaking faster than ever now. Now, there may be some audio program in terms of some application where you can speed up this video. Please do it when you can. Understand? Unfortunately, at the moment, I found Mega Drive to just be doing 1 times at the moment, and I will make an inquiry about that. No matter what, realize that you can realize now to help your life move forward by realizing that you become more compassionate and do it for free first. Do it for free. Realize there's no rush when you're doing videos, there's no rush, and you may make 1,000 mistakes in your video. Who cares? Who cares? Realize that you use your emotions and you grow from it. Grow from every single idea. Use your emotions to absorb every single mistake and say, it's never like that, it's like this now. It's never like that, it's like this now. It's never like that, it's like this. This is what I actually mean. I just made a mistake, sorry about that. This is me now. How embarrassing. You can have a laugh and make some jokes along the way while you're doing videos, while you're doing video programs, and while you're really succeeding in life. Do you understand? The whole point of life is let's do something amazing. Let's realize there is a better world out there. There is something more amazing for you to do. So what you can do today is start being more compassionate, start doing something with or without money, start really achieving goals, and start really seeing what more, and it's what more, and it's never what's left. You understand? It's what more can you do to help your life. See what would you get with or without people. What would you own with or without people? I've seen today, for example, people with a Ferrari, and I said, imagine just me, there's nobody else, because yes, I would. I'd get in a Ferrari, just me, no matter what. Why not? Go and have a Ferrari for yourself. How? Start educating people, start growing, is how. You understand? The money comes only when you are living your life and when you're focused on yourself only. Realize this, you need to be a person that's really, really successful in your life so that you can see what's happening around in the world. You understand? So when you're a person who's really living life, you realize there is something more in what you're doing. There is something in an incredible way where you can really sense that you're doing much better in your communication, in your leadership, in who you are, because you have the communication skills to actually give people your knowledge, and even when they never believe you, do it for free anyway, because guys, that way you realize whether or not they believe you, who cares? Why? Because you can already see what you see, and that's the most important aspect of your life. You never have to convince them, you just have to make them come to you, and guess what, that's it. How do you make them come to you? You just do you and let them come to you. That's it. Make a website. For example, in my Instagram, I have an Instagram with my bio link. I post the best photos of me. I make it look nice and presentable, and I show up every day to do a video. And those people who watch me can share me around. And I never ask them to share me around. I never go up to them in a messenger to ask them. I never ask people anywhere to share me around except for inside my videos when they're already watching me. So no matter what, it's totally up to you to share me around, and that's it. Understand? I never message people, I never spam people online. Why? I never care about them. Understand? They never believe in me anyway. Understand? No matter how successful I am, they'll see it anyway. They can do whatever they want. Understand? I never do what I want, I do what I need. I only do what I need. And guess what? Because they never go to me for help, they are actually in even worse position than me. They're actually in a even worse position than me. Understand? So I am first in my life. I'm a person who's always first in my life. Why? Because selfishness is everything. A person who is selfish deserves that Ferrari, deserves the jet, deserves all the real estate in the world, with or without a wife or husband or kids or people around them. So realize that at the top of your life, they've said it, you understand? I'm first in my life, I'm never they. You realize at the top of your life, you realize that what's going to happen is there'll be nobody around you. And that's what's happening to me now. Now, am I a victim because of it? Nah, it's the best aspect of my life, that nobody's around me and it's just me. Why? Because I get to be around the best in the world. I get to be around the best. There's nobody really holding me down. When you're going with a group of people somewhere, one person's going to go this way, and if you never go that way, guess what they're going to do? They're going to condition you. They're going to say, listen mate, if you never come with me, then just get lost. That's what they'll say, and you'll be like, what? Come on man, you may be that way, you may be that person. Understand? No, I'm never that person. That person said that to me, I say goodbye then. Get out of my face. Understand? Because I'll go where I need to go. And so I never care about them. I care about me. I care about what I'm doing. Understand? It's either you follow me or nothing. That's how I see it. I never forced you to follow me. You're in my video because you're here for some value. So I never follow you either. I never follow anybody. I only follow the people who give me value, the people who are growing with me. Understand? Oh, but how about the woman? When is she coming into my life? Or how about the man? Or how about the money? When is that coming into my life? The only time that's going to ever come into your life is when you're growing. Growth. Learn to plan, journal everything, learn to plan, learn to grow, start really reading and digging into information. As I said, Russell Brunson, start to contribute into videos, into video, audio, writing, start to do something around your own university. Create your own education system right now. That's an entrepreneur. That's a person who is an entrepreneur teaching. You need to teach because teaching is problem solving. Look at Tony Robbins. Emulate Tony Robbins, emulate me. What am I doing? What is Tony Robbins doing? Now Tony Robbins is a person I emulate because Tony Robbins has more status. Tony Robbins at the moment has more status at this time. You understand? Now is that the honest truth right there? Listen, no. Because this moment is forever. You understand? This moment is forever. Nobody has more status than me right now. Nobody. Why? Let's look long term. Let's look long term. I have more status than anybody in the world right now. I have more status than anybody. I have more status than Elon Musk. I have more status than anybody. Why? But I truly believe that. I truly believe I have more talent than everybody else. I truly believe that. I truly believe that I have more talent and abilities than anybody else in the world. So why? Because I teach it. I teach that. I have more talent and abilities than anybody in the world. Now you may disagree, and good for you. You can disagree, and you can challenge me on that one. Listen, you can go and see my habits, and then level my habits. I promise you'll become a better version of yourself. You understand? I have the best habits in the world. I'm a person who is far greater than myself. So that's what I'll teach you how to do. I'll teach you how to do that and how to maintain that, and so that you can go and teach people how to do that. So I'm a person who is better than yesterday. I teach how to become better than yesterday. I help you maintain how to become better than yesterday throughout your life. And all I ask is that you go and teach other people the same thing. Why? Better for you. Better for you, because why would you be better than yesterday, as for example many people are doing? They're becoming better than yesterday and they teach nobody about it. The person has a girlfriend and is going around having sex with all these women. How is he doing it? He's desperate, that's why. Is he supposed to teach someone about that? No, he's just desperate. He's just always flying around doing it with people. Understand? Why? Desperate person. The women are never going to him. Understand? Never going to him. He's going to the woman. Why? He's got the money. And listen, no matter what, everybody's got money. Everybody's got money. I've got money too. But guess what? I just never shine at a woman. You understand? Women shine at me. You understand? Women are giving me money to be with me. Yeah. That guy's giving me money to be with them. Women are giving me money to be with me. Yeah. I'll show you something. So no matter what, I'm the person that is never going to other people. I'm never going to the woman. I'm never picking up one other woman. You understand? When I get laid, the only time I get laid is when I get for free. Otherwise, it's on my terms. And that's it. My terms is I get laid for free or nothing. I never go chasing it. That's my life. You understand? Oh, but how about threesomes? How about orgies? How about all of that? Guess what? I never give money for it. I never give money for it. I've never done that in my life. You understand? Why? Because I do it for free. I'll do it for free. I'll never do it for money. You understand? That's it. I'll do it for free. And guess what? That's honestly what I see in my life. That I never have to call people up for it. They just come and do it with me. You understand? Yeah, they just come and do it with me. And I may never have to do it in my life. And that's it. I never care. I never care. Let's say it happens, it happens. That's it. Understand? That's what it is. Go. We'll have a laugh. Have a laugh. That's what it is. You understand? And there are plenty of people who actually give money for that. They actually give money for 5, 6 girls, and then they start doing it. What for? I never do that. You understand? I have more respect. I have more respect now. I used to be a person giving money for women. I can do that. I can do it too. I can do it too. I can do it. I can do that. I guess what? Now I never care about them anymore. I don't care about that life anymore. Unless I get it for free. I get it for free. Let's do it. Why? Because I have higher fame. I have higher status than those people who have to give me money. They have to give money to do that all the time. I never care. You understand? I do it for free. Oh, but they get money for experience. No, that's never experience for me. When I have to give money for it, it's never experience for me. You understand? Now, the amazing thing is that I explain this because, guys, it's been on my mind for many years. This. You understand? That I have to give money for all of that. No, I never have to do that. Why? They can give me money to do that. Give me money. 5 women can give me money to have sex with them in bed. Yeah. That's God. God does that. You understand? Now, there's something very incredible. When 5 women are giving you money to have sex with them. Instead of you giving 5 money for them, let them all give money for you. That's when you deserve it. You understand? And you may say, oh, but you have the money to give, so you deserve it. Listen. No matter what, I'll never give the money to have sex. Because I have higher worth than you, wherever you are. Now, no matter what, I'm a person who already done that. So guess what? I just live my life now. I live my life, and I realize some things that no matter what, you can go do whatever you need. I do whatever I need. I realize I'm happier than yesterday. Anyway, I realize no matter what, no experience in the world is going to make me happy. Understand? Only me will make me happy. Only me will make me happy. That's it. What is me? I'm always happier than yesterday. I'm always a person living life, and nobody out there, nothing else is going to make me happy. No amount of objects, no amount of these beautiful sceneries will make me happy. Understand? For example, over here, you can see no matter what happens, you can see there's also over here, I'll show you. There's all this going on over here. See all this? This is all beautiful. It's all beautiful. You understand? Does it fulfill me? Guess what? I fulfill myself more than this. I fulfill myself more than this stuff. You understand? This stuff is only going to be in Perth. Where can I talk? I can take myself anywhere around the world. I can see more of this. I can see more of this everywhere in life. This is only in Perth. I take myself everywhere. Is Perth coming with me? No. Does it fulfill me? I only fulfill myself. I fulfill myself. I see it, and that's it. I see it, and that's it. I see Perth. When you see something, for example, in a certain area, you see it, it will be a memory, and that part will fulfill you. The more you see, the more fulfilled you are. Understand? So that's why people say travel more, travel more, travel more. Because that's how to delight you. That's how to delight in you. Understand? When you travel more, you'll grow more, you'll do more. But realize, I'm bigger than but when you travel more, you have to grow. And most people travel while they drink, never drink alcohol, understand? Never be on the drugs. Many people travel and they never grow. Many people travel and after 2 months they have to go back to the 9 to 5 job. Why? Because they have no skills. They have no skills to keep traveling. They have no skills to financially plan. They have no skills to journal. They have no skills to set goals. I'm a person who did read. I'm still reading. I'm always reading. I'm always reading something to help my life. So you need to realize that here I am helping you. You understand? I can own up to myself and I can say, listen, you know what, I'll never go to them. They can come to me. And that's how it is. And no matter what, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.